Welcome to the end of day 4. So yesterday was a complete grind, but today has been nice. It has been calm and peaceful and pleasant, just doing some progression. So yesterday we cleared the Atlas. I think we might have done an extra map today. I think we might have got Care Blythe, possibly. We might have had that yesterday, but yeah, so we'd done a lot of clearing in any case. So that was all going well. The goal today was to get 2 Watchstones, and we have succeeded. We have 2 Watchstones. Voidstones, I should say. I still say Watchstones. Yeah, sorry about that. Voidstones, obviously, very, very different. So yeah, and pretty trivial. No deaths to Eater. 1 death to Exarch, generally quite pleasant. Killed a few Guardians as well to unlock some favourite slots. Yeah, pretty good. I wanted to wait until the damage was not shit. So we had a few goals. We had to grind up a bit more currency. We're not poor anymore either. So this is a new development. I've spent money and I'm not completely dirt poor. And we're investing in things for the future. Well, we're finding things and not selling them yet because the price is going to go up. Yeah, so major upgrades we made. We gained a couple of levels. So on the passive tree, we finished buying this Fizz cluster, picked up extra aura effect. Then we also, the main thing was to get a 6-link. So I bought this necrotic armor, a level 86 base, so maximum needed for high energy shield mods. I bought the base with no mods on it. It had already been split because somebody is crafting these, 6-linking them and then splitting them in half with beast crafting and then selling 2 copies to make more profit. So good for them. 2.4 divines for the base, and then I threw 26 dense fossils at it. Dense fossils just raise the chances of you getting defensive mods. It took about 26 for us to get tier 1, tier 3, tier 2, and we also at random got fast start of energy shield recharge and intelligence, which is very nice, and we had a spare suffix, which is very nice. So we threw on some cold rares, and yeah, that's pretty great. 3k evasion, 640 ES. I'm not going to complain about it at all. The implicits are still garbage. We've just been rolling implicits as they come up. We could actually replace those with something good, I suspect. We might even get what we want. Unlikely though. Fine. Okay, well, it doesn't make much odds. But yeah, so we got a 6-link. We also spent some time mapping and doing blights just to level our gems to 20. Yeah, this Reap gem is now 2020, thanks to blight. And actually, I bought a couple off the currency exchange, but I had 20 GCPs. Had about 17, bought the other 8 or 18, bought the other 2. 20 quality Reap definitely helps, as that's a lot of damage per blood charge, since we now can generate blood charges with Reap because we have Val Reap, which gives us a button we can press to start doing more damage for a bit, along with our other buttons for doing more damage for a bit, like casting Arcanist Brand, which casts Assassin's Mark, which causes us to crit more, which is nice. And that also casts Reap, which gives us ordinary Reap, which gives us more blood charges. And yeah, fast casting just makes it work quite well. And Bear Trap, which just means enemies take more damage, so that's just more damage dealt. More. Still using a Hrim Sorrow for cold conversion, because Reap normally does physical, but we want to do cold because it scales better. Pretty much, I don't know why I'm explaining the build. Fearless Dumbo explains this build much better, and largely it's his build I'm running. I debated between Aeroplane and Fearless Dumbo. I've ended up going with Dumbo. Either, there's not that much in it, to be honest. Dumbo builds slightly more, conservatively, I think. Marginally less conditional damage. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's been pretty good. So with the aid of getting a 6-link, 20-20ing our gem, 20ing a bunch of other gems, that massively doubled our ES for a start, because our ES was terrible, more than. We've just upgraded our ring. This was after the pinnacle bosses, but we just upgraded this rather pleasant ring. This ring drops with memory strands. Memory strands make the mods roll better briefly, but they're consumed as you roll more mods. It rolled terribly, so I chucked. I think I just chaos solved it, and it came out decent. So, yeah. Throw on some regen. Roll a cheap blight craft. Pretty much done. Oh, I had to change the lightning res into cold res just to bounce my resistance, so I spent 5 chaos and some harvest juice. I already had some, and that let me swap that res type over using the horticrafting station. Lightning to gold, or gold to lightning, whichever. So that was fine. Since we have better body armor with no life modifier on it, we could also get more life through the tree. And so overall, I mean, it's only tiny tweaks really, but yeah, level 90. We have not ascended yet, so, and we did fail the third lab due to being massively underpowered. I think we could probably go and get our final 2 ascendancy points, which either is going to make me very tanky against spell damage, or will give me another 10% more damage multiplier. Or I could take this random garbage. We can't get the leech from this node because we're using mines, so that's useless. Yeah, don't know, defensive or offensive. Probably go polymath, I guess. Probably go polymath. Could go Heartstopper just for randomness. Yeah, it's pretty shit. Yes, so it's been a very pleasant day. We've been making money using blight. I think blight's earned me, what, about 4 divines today? Maybe? Something like that. The only divine drops I've had on the ground have come from blights so far. I haven't seen a single exalt or a single divine drop natively. So blight's been really good for that. Plus, I've actually been selling things like oils, and I could sell some more, but just selling currency that I'm not actually going to use, selling a bunch of Val orbs I didn't need, selling a bunch of horizons I had left over, just selling things. I've got a bunch of scarabs to sell now, so we'll do that again. That'll generate some pocket change, which will be nice. Yeah. Oh, and just, yeah, random stuff that I got from blight. So it does tend to generate these sort of novelty jewels and bits and pieces. I've just been selling whatever fell off blight, really. But yeah, it's been very pleasant. Very pleasant. On DPS, best I can tell from POB, it's a bit bursty, and I hadn't quite... I knew it was bursty, because I knew it had all these conditional modifiers. But, yeah, is this correct? Yeah, so this is our peak DPS, I think, right now. The new ring isn't in this POB. But yeah, so our peak DPS with Reap, assuming that's socketed. Yes. Our peak DPS is 2.5, 2.6 mil. But that's peak. While mapping... we're probably not going to have blood charges up, so I've never seen anyone show a POB like that, but so there's most of it gone. That's most of our scaling, but we're not done yet, because we're also, on your rank and file mob, we're not going to be casting Assassin's Mark, and we're not going to be using Val Reap either, so that's out, and we're not going to be throwing Bear Trap at your average mob either. And obviously Immortal Call doesn't count, because that's, you know, very conditional damage reduction. So, yeah, that's a little more representative. I think these should be allowed for by skitterbots. Yes, they are. So that's fine. So I think that's about right. So our DPS ranges, and this is with Reap. For mapping, we're probably actually going to use Exsanguinate, so if I swap that in, which is 20-0, it's a little better. So we're somewhere between 600-700k and 2 point, whatever that was, 2.x million. And our EHP versus Fizz is diabolical. It is really bad. It's just one tap. Immortal Call has been saving my ass, as it usually does. Yeah. We do occasionally just die to things. Oh, I got Ghost Shroud. Now that we actually have some decent ES thanks to our body armor, I bought Ghost Dance. So we get Ghost Shrouds, and again, it's just a nice buffer when you get hits. Ghost Shroud replenishes your energy shield. We now have some energy shield, so yeah, that helps an awful lot. Yeah, and of course, yeah, for burst, we also have maximum blood charges. So, is Vol Reap enabled? Yes. Okay, fine. So, yeah, 2.6 mil, 600k, somewhere between the two, 700k if we're using Exsanguinate. So we're not really at juiced mapping level because we can't sustain the boss damage. And our mapping DPS is about 700k. So, and I mean we can drop a bear trap and a brand on rares, you know, and 700k with Exsanguinate, it is plenty to kill the trash. You know, it's plenty to kill the trash. I don't know if I can demonstrate briefly. Let's just demonstrate briefly on a couple of random mobs. Let's pick a map that we don't intend to finish anyway. So yeah, let's do tower. Let's just stick something random on it. Not going to finish the boss, not going to finish the map. Yeah. So, I mean, generally, we're not going in there. Oh, we seem to have lost some floor. I did put the texture quality onto medium because we had a graphical bug on some of the new content. But mostly, see it back. Blast it. Okay, we've got filters. Yeah. See, kind of squishy. Kind of squishy? Yeah, kind of squishy. It is a mine build, so in a sense, what do you expect? Okay, that's more peaceful. And, sure. Yeah. So things do die. This is tier 16. It's just Alpha Go. We got enough to get by. Obviously Burning Ground is less than ideal. We don't really have any Pantheons to speak of. We don't have ailment immunity. Yeah, don't have the Pantheon upgrades, so we don't have Burning Ground immunity, which when running Exarch is pretty dumb. Yeah, you get the idea. And we could run Reap. Reap is pleasingly satisfying as well. Let's make sure we're actually using Reap.
You'll get to unravel this one.
Yeah. Oh, we have found a new thing. Oh, that's nice.
Meet me back at the device.
We are following the new plot, and that appears to be somewhat rigged to me, but I'm good with that. Yeah. This burning ground on death, this is really quite annoying. Yeah. You get the idea. So, Reap Exsanguinate generally working well. If you click alter mods that your build isn't good at, then things go bad. But it's fine. It's fine. We can farm with that. It's not going to be amazing. It's going to be fine. You know, it's going to be absolutely fine. We can make yet more money. We can do more blights. And we can upgrade the build even more. So, I mean, this was just the basics to get 2 Watchstones. I do need to investigate how to up the damage a bit more. I mean, our wand can certainly do some serious improvements. This is an eye level 73. It is not great. The damage mods are pretty rubbish. And the flat cold is something, I suppose. We've got mine throwing speed. This likewise could be improved. It has 1 damage mod. Well, 2 if you count the implicit. We do have +1 amulets. I bought this off trade for 9C, I think. Chucked some life on it. As you know, the seller had already chucked some life on it. But it gave me a +1. Anointed high voltage, which we didn't have yesterday, which does really help with freezing, as Fearless Dumbo suggested. Makes a massive difference. Our peak crit chance, I think, now is about 80-something%, which is not amazing, and that's if our diamond flask is up. We swapped in a diamond flask. So yeah, that's intermittent crit. Again, it's not great. Yeah, belt's still trash. That's temporary, but it's going to be with us a while. Boots are fine. It's not really that much to be had in the way of damage. Could do with some implicits. Yeah, that's fine for now. But yeah, I mean, we can certainly do damage upgrades. You know, weapon, amulet, shield. If we get about 10 divines together, we can make an actually good weapon. We currently have 3. I can probably sell a bunch of junk and make that 4, 5 quite easily. If we sold this, we would instantly have 10 divines, but we're not going to do that. I mean, yeah, already the prices seem to be slightly rising, or at least the cheap ones have sold. So, yeah, so we're not going to do that. But I think we'll just do some more blights tomorrow, I suspect. I had been thinking about doing breach as a farming strategy. I haven't actually looked at... oh yeah, we had some crashes. I haven't actually looked at the breachstone prices. Okay, yeah, they're now pretty bad. They were pretty good. How much is a blessing now? That's on the currency, isn't it? Blessing of Chayula. Okay, so that is going through the floor. Well, from 600 chaos, which was pretty crazy. I guess was that because people were using it for Holy Relic to upgrade the weapon? I thought Holy Relic was using the lower weapon now. Is that just for the breachstone? Is that a breachstone upgrade? Is that for Chayula's for flawless breachstone? Is that the idea? Why is that not for sale? I don't know. I guess they're expensive. But yeah, so I had the idea of running some breach. I do like breach. And this build can clear well, but it isn't the fastest on its feet. I mean, it moves sufficiently. You know, you can throw mines and move, and throw mines and move. But it's not absolutely flawless. The clear is perfectly good. When you're not slightly under-equipped as we were a moment ago, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know. We could do breach, but I think I might just do. I might just do some more tower defense. Really, yeah. Blight for the win. So, but yeah, really chilled, very pleasant day 4. Upgrades got to peak. Well, we probably multiplied our DPS by about 5, something like that. Got 2 Watchstones, and we've also experienced a bit of the new content. Yeah, I fought 2 of the new bosses. They were really very easy, extremely easy. Yeah, I mean, they were the tutorial versions. I did get a unique from one of them. It's not worth much. I have banked it. But yeah, very pleasant day. Tomorrow, some farming, get some more money together. I'm assuming, I think we probably want to get 4 Watchstones before we switch builds. But equally, if we generate some money, if we get, 10 Divines together or something, it's not a terrible strategy to switch builds at that point, because the Atlas is pretty much clear, and we would have the money to at least get a starter going. That would throw us back to the campaign. I don't think we need to do that. I think this is fine. I have been enjoying it when I've got a chance to do it. I certainly enjoyed today, but there is some irony that I've chosen a mining build, which is all about burst DPS, and the burstiness, we're sort of currently bursting up to barely acceptable. I mean, that's just gear progression, it's understandable. But yeah, we're bursting up to okay. That's not exactly ideal. The movement speed is amazing. Yesterday was very rough. The campaign start was trash. But today was very pleasant. But yeah, there is some irony that I've chosen this bursty build and I'm playing blight with it. We should probably be doing boss rotations or something, but our damage is like 3 times too low for me to do that with extreme comfort. And I'd need to at least double the damage to do Maven and Uber Elder, at least double it. To be honest, I think Uber Elder, the way I play Uber Elder, which is badly, we might need to triple it. And if we can triple it for Maven, I mean, it's going to be super comfy if we can triple it. If we can get to like 6, 7, 8 million DPS, admittedly that's heading towards quadruple, but it's, 3.5 times. They will both be super comfy, we'll have 4 Watchstones and everything will be great. But that might cost me 10 div, so... and actually I'm not even sure 10 div is going to do it. We'll have to work it out. In any case, enough ramblings for now. Okay, cool. Let's pray the servers are going to stay up, otherwise we're going to farm up some more maps to get back here. I'm not looking forward to energizing the spheres. Oh, I seem to have brought him. He's not the best merc. Well, started till finish. There's a lot of you, isn't there? Don't drive masses, that would be bad. Hunger. Don't wanna. Energize the spheres. Please consider the spheres energized.
Be gone!
Don't wanna. Don't riding mass me. Enjoyed that. And move. Please don't tell me I'm going to energize the spheres. Energize the spheres. Don't wanna. Don't wanna. Escape from pain. Nice. Slot unlocked.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling.
That's it. Could it end somewhere else? Somewhere nice.
Disintegration.
That'll be bad.
Incineration.
Just all that being bad.
Fires of 1,000 suns.
Oh god, the fires of 1,000 suns. Even if it was like 12, I would still have a problem with it. Couldn't it be the fires of 3 suns that are quite small and a long way away? There's no way we're actually going to make this. Don't know why I'm trying, really.
Incineration.
Run away!
Disintegration.
Oh, not disintegration. Right.
The fires of 1,000 suns.
Might get away without them, but
This realm shall be stayed our flame for eternity.
yes. But Maven, you're actually just making things more confusing. Stand very still. Perhaps they won't notice that we're here. Some other dozen suns.
Disintegration. Cleansing. Incineration.
Quite bad, isn't it?
Annihilation.
Right. Burst this bitch down. Annihilate this.
Until the others arrive to check.
Well,
Do not disappoint her.
okay. See ya. What a nice man.
You've given the Tangle's champion a beating.
Yes,
I'm glad you survived your battle with the Cleansing Fire's emissary.
me too.
By the gods, you actually did it.
Yes, I did. Books,
Stay
please.
vigilant.
Thank you. And we got an actual drop from Searing Exarch, and we got the boots, which I think are worthless. 2 chaos. 1 or 2 chaos. But we also got a flame, flesh and flame. This is the flame one. I need 2 of these to get an extra ascendancy point. So the question is, which ascendancy and which ascendancy point, which node will we have? Heart of Destruction. That sounds a bit elementalist. If it's elementalist, that could be good because yes, requires class witch, so that would suggest elementalist. What's it worth is the question, and our survey says 49 chaos. No, it's not worth 49 chaos. That is 7 divine. Nice. Nice. That's a good drop. I'm going to sell the shit out of that. I suppose, you know, if I wanted to play an elementalist later, I could keep it. But I think we'll sell it. 7 div would be nice. I mean, they're going to go up as well. That is something to bear in mind. Those jewels will go up because people can't afford them yet. So we might hang on to that a bit, because that's probably quite a lot of money. I don't know, what's Heart of Destruction? Oh, passive tree. Heart of Destruction. Convergence when you hit a unique 60% increased AoE. Yeah, so they could buy an extra passive. I guess they would get... Well, most of them are already getting leads to the Primordial, and I assume Shaper of Flames. I guess they get free chill or shock or something if they do that. God knows. Either way, quite nice. Also available to other witches, of course. Yeah. Nice drop. Like it. Let's socket some Watchstones. Grasping. Let's socket some Watchstones. Omniscient. Right, so all maps are now tier 8 at least. That's better. How many 16s does that give us? A reasonable selection. So, if we can kill some Guardians and maybe a Shaper, we could probably do a Shaper. And a Conqueror. That's enough for decent favourite maps, I would have thought. Enough to go farm some actual money.